It's your favorite time again, you and me, doom scrolling Twitter Roonies. First up, a man named Ethan. So let me get this straight. You're telling me that you thought the bull run hasn't even started yet after the following events. The strategic reserve allocation creation. You thought they were going to strategically do what? Trump launches his own meme coin. Trump launches a second coin for Melania. The president of Argentina launches his own meme coin. Eric Trump tweets he wants to buy Ethereum. We deserve this pain. Last but not least, Bitcoin has been up only for 3 years. Right. I know. Bitcoin's overpriced. It's Bitcoin. Ethereum and altcoins are cheap. I don't know how this resolves. I don't know. I do not know how this resolves. Okay, I know the ratios are cheap. Bitcoin dominance is high. Others BTC is high. Also, want to look at other stuff. So, means this is if we go and look at macro things out here, right? Copper gold ratio. Main Street has not had any relief. Main Street has not had a bull run at all. All right, this is the average person, mums and dads, everyone, all of you out there. Okay, your friends and family out here. They haven't had the George droid knee on their neck removed. So that's why it's turmoil out here. They're like, wait a minute. They're like, oh, but if Bitcoin's expensive, then everything goes down. I go, well, no, your paradigm broke there too, because altcoins didn't go up when Bitcoin went up. Just Bitcoin dominance went up by itself. You know, that's what, but then people see this way, friends. People will then conclude, they go, oh, that means altcoins are all cooked forever. They have no value. See, they couldn't rally when Bitcoin goes up. Okay? There's no free lunch here. You have to take a punt, right? And my punt is that the PMI, the copper gold ratio, things will eventually turn. All right? But we're betting that there's a 5-year government debt rollover instead of 4 years. That the big, beautiful bill, the spending happens in 2026 next year, when it was meant to happen this year. They didn't do anything this year. Why didn't they do anything this year, friends? Interest rates are too high. Interest rates are high. They want them to come down. It's just taking a sweet-ass time. They want the rates to come down. I mean, friends, it's kind of funny. We've only got 4 or 5 months, and then major loser powers replaced. Elio trades. I find it funny that nothing this cycle conformed to last cycle, and yet everyone wants to pattern match what is exactly happening to 2022. The big buying opportunity will be as evasive as the big selling opportunity was in December 2024. A full year early hint. To make it clear, we saw the big sell window exactly 1 year earlier than expected. Now everyone is forecasting the big buying window Q4 next year. Maybe we get equally rugged there, and it's now. So he's basically saying it's possible that, everything got shifted to the right. Yeah. As well, friends, this is where, just so we know, I know there's a lot of things you're wrestling with, but ultimately, Bitcoin has true believers in it. All right, not just people who say they believe, but it actually has true believers. Bitcoin, friends, this is the PMI. All right, okay, let me actually add BTC here. There you go. The orange line is BTC. Okay, as you got to see, friends, this is why, look, I'm taking the optimistic case. Most people have said, oh, everything's bad. I'm saying, no, dude, you don't get it, bro. We were able to rally that much while the PMI was low, while Main Street is cooked. Do you understand how strong we are? You're watching, friends. Imagine you watched me in a very realistic scenario. Like I'm walking down the street, someone challenges me to, say, a pointy elbow competition. I obviously defeat him. Maybe his friends want to jump me from behind. Someone pulls out a deagle. He shoots 3 bullets at me. And my chiseled jaw rebounds all of the bullets. And I said, shoot me again. Shoot me again. Go on. What are you going to think? You just be like, oh my gosh. I'm never going to battle this guy in a pointy elbow competition ever again. Right? You see? You're watching the Terminator, friends, just resurrect. Well, what I'm showing you now is we have just watched Bitcoin rally while the PMI is garbage. Okay? So what's actually happening here? Well, I made videos for you last year on this. I'll just refresh your memory. I showed you Bitcoin is not just an extension of the business cycle. Some is guiding forces of crypto. Bitcoin follows global M2. Altcoins and Ethereum follow the business cycle. You get it? You get it now. Okay? Bitcoin rallies in a bear market. Why? Because they keep printing, they print money first. They print money first and they hit a hot point, and then eventually Main Street gets it late in the Cantillon effect. Okay? So I'm bullish on that. I'm like, well, look what you're able to do. That's actually quite wild. Okay? There's obviously been a big delay for all this because normally these things are compressed. But now we have the global M2 part, and now what happens? You know, look. That's why we like, there's been such a big stretch here. It is possible next year's just the altcoin year, which no one ever thinks is possible. They think, you know, next year's altcoin year. I don't know. PMI goes up. I know they're like, no, there's no way. There's no way. Everything's going down. I know, but I'm just showing you from the chart. Well, if the copper gold ratio, if Main Street, the PMI, they reverse up, that's altcoin stuff. So Bitcoin does its job. It soaks up the excess currency units. But then once it gets everybody's allocated, it stops. And then the bucket of altcoins has to reprice. You see? Reaper. HyperLiquid is one of the worst looking charts right now. What is going on? And look at it. He's on a 1 hour chart. HyperLiquid had extreme strength. This is just what happens when it comes to stuff like this, you know. Maybe what we can do is you can actually look at HyperLiquid ourselves. And here it is on the weekly chart. HyperLiquid getting dumped down 50%. Yeah, friends, HyperLiquid as well. Just to tell you, HyperLiquid, they have the big unlocks. Okay, so they have like, this is the one that Arthur Hayes wrote about, right? They have like huge unlocks. I think the protocol was buying $83 million a month of its token, but these unlocks coming out is like 480 million a month. So 83 million is buying. I think 480 million is coming out. Something of a huge deviation out here. So this is, I guess, what happens. The tokens unlock. The founders, they're, you know, cashing out. How they're going to get rid of the stuff. They're going to have to upgrade things. They're here for hyper growth. They're going to add, you know, US tech stocks. They are adding US tech stocks, all these other indices and everything. But this is just like, I told you, Ben, like, Vince, how many crypto KOLs did you see telling you to sell the bottom of your coin and look at something like HyperLiquid? Friends, how many of them told us, this is a daily super churn, okay, so it means absolutely nothing, but I'm just showing you how many of them were cheering, telling you, you got to get in, this is it, this is different, it makes real money, real revenue. Okay, it doesn't mean shit, dude. Okay, you buy low, sell high. And what also another thing as well, HyperLiquid, friends, it's monthly chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green months in a row as well. You know, I like HyperLiquid. HyperLiquid's great. It's really good. Big name, buy and burn stuff out here, but it went up only. It went up only. It had every crypto KOL. Friends, they're just because you have buy and burn stuff, it doesn't mean that you have a cheat code now. You go up. The solstice. If you're still shilling memes right now, you are functionally retardio. So that guy's got obviously an interesting backstory because he was part of the traditional, this is what the rumors were, right? He was part of the traditional, you know, when Pepe launched in 2023, he was part of insider cabal stuff that were like, you know, getting in tokens early and dumping on people. But he could not, his insider chat group, I guess he ossified. He could not get into the Solana cabals. It was a new bunch of kids. So out of the rage, that's what ends up happening, right? Out of all the rage you had built up, he starts calling out the Solana scammers because he knows how they work. But he doesn't say I'm a scammer. He says like, oh, these guys are always pretending like he's you know, but everyone knows why. That's what happens when the scammers, they turn on themselves because they get jealous. They get jealous like, oh, but that guy, because they know they're grifting everyone out here. They're doing the rugging and stuff. The game changed. Here we have Crypto Coffee, quality PulseChain thread. Why using the SAC money to buy core coins is a colossally stupid idea. Yes. Everyone wants a quick exit. Look, man, bro, I want Main Street to recover. I want the business cycle to go up, and you do too. The 2021 and 2024 bull market in one chart. Interesting. This is sand, I guess. Remember the decent. Oh wow. This is the. Oh wow. This is the metaverse coins. Ouch! 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 Man, it peaked at $8.50, and now it's down to 15 cents. Jeez. It's metaverse stuff. Yeah, man. It's eternally painful. These things keep sinking lower and lower. This should show you, friends. HyperLiquid's even getting dunked. It's got the buy and burn. It's not a cheat code, man. Everything has extreme volatility. Bitcoin, that's why I'm telling you, Bitcoin has no revenue. It's about the network effects of speculating on stuff in the future, right? That's why I'm telling you, the Bitcoin maxis who point fingers at everyone, dude, they've cursed themselves so hard when that Bitcoin dominance rolls over. It's not even funny. The feminine urge to bear his children. I think this is bangers from Soilana and the girl's house. Where are we now? Main stages in a bubble. You know, well, this looks like bull market. Where are we now? Where are we now? Are we in bear trap or are we in denial? We're in denial. Stocks are too high. AI is too high. Where is everything? Here we have more people yelling about HyperLiquid. Yikes. HyperLiquid's barreling to the floor right now. At what point does this become a buy? Is it $20? You had your mainstream KOLs talk about it. Okay, you had your mainstream KOLs talk about it, friends. Is this true? It may be shocking to you, but the reason JP Mosquito brought Bitcoin down to 80K in MicroStrategy isn't because they wanted to kill Bitcoin. It's because they want to get a position. They need to access the liquidity pools. Panic sellers. Yeah, that's what they do. They bring the boat back. Here we have the white whale, $40 million. Okay, I've seen enough of this nonsense on the timeline. You made me do it. I'm opening a short on XRP right now. So you can see all these limit orders here. He's shorting XRP. Oh, it's on a 1 hour chart. So he's going to be scaling up here. Oh, wow. $30. Jesus Christ, man. He had a $44 million account. He got black swanned from the October 10th. He lost $40 million on HyperLiquid. More doom porn. Look at this. I told you that I'm selling all my Bitcoin and they call me delusional. I told you that I'm going to buy it back at 40K and I'm being called stupid. Now we are at 80K and everyone's in extreme fear. I want to see this account, friends. Is this just engagement farming? Bitcoin is in a 2022 position right now. You can see everything on the chart. There's been a lot of engagement farmers, so you just got to check a lot of these accounts. They're exploiting the crappy algorithm for Twitter. Hopefully it gets fixed. Oh yeah, first look at this comment. How do you have so many followers? So yeah, man, the Twitter timeline fan's been bonked with a lot of people like this, just like doing obvious clout farming things. Interesting. Sol is cooked on multiple fronts and pairs. So this is the BNB versus Sol ratio. So BNB is cheap against soy. Just be careful with these ratios, friends, because a lot of them, they're giant macro oscillators, and they don't just necessarily mean like there is massive rotations between them, even though they might look like it on the chart. See, friends, look what everyone's saying. Now chop for 9 months, then rug again. See, friends, everyone's base is a relief rally that fails. That's everyone's base case, that there's a relief bounce, and it's definitely going to fail. They go, yeah, we're low, but I'm not buying here because it's just going to be selling at Bitcoin 92 to 98 anyway, or 102, whatever it is. It's interesting, man. Everyone's dictated what they're going to do. They're like, I wonder what plays out. Shorting some privacy here. So this is ZeCash going down $500 out here. Obviously, that's one of the hot narrative coin things. What we'll do is, friends, we'll have a look at ZeCash as well here. ZeCash... Yeah, man. Friends, you got it as well. I don't know what people are doing. Like, man, it let everyone out. Okay, I'm not telling you what to do with your own money, but I've told you many times. I would have been all out, bro. Like, it came back to the 2018 level. This is the dream price. This is like the price of dreams. You're not allowed to even dream of that number, and it just went. Hey, want to get out? Right? Oh, privacy. Look, you gotta remember as well. Even if Zcash comes down, all right, down to here. This is probably where, actually, it's funny. This is probably where it's going to eventually head up, right? That'll be something that level here where it come back down here and see if you still want it at 70% privacy. You know, we've still got ProveX sacrifice going for PulseChain. Don't forget, it loves you, friend. You and I are going to make it. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Year of the horse is next year. Let's go.